and welcome. Today popped up. I am your host, John, and I hope you have an amazing evening. Topic wherever you that we can be shared. So I am been standing here. You're doing that, you're enjoying the challenge. I am enjoying going through it with you because every day I have to put it out and I'm like, oh, that's something I could do. That's something I should do. I'm not doing them as I should, but I'm trying just as hard as you to get them done. And so we want to make sure that you're keeping up with it. That's one way of enjoying the holiday season. What we try to do is make sure you're keeping up with your business, you're keeping up with your spirit, you're keeping up with your mouth, your soul, we keep up with your body, you're giving, you're being everything, an all-rounded whole person during the season. So we're not sitting around moping and complaining like some people say, oh, they feel so depressed during Christmas and all that. No, it's the most wonderful time of the year. So while you're getting gifts, and you can also be giving gifts, and you can be getting your self love, taking care of yourself, getting your mind together and prepared for the great things God has for you in 2026. And that's how we do it. We don't just end the year, oh, we end it with the expectation of the great things that God's going to give us in 2026. And I hope you're expecting it because I'm expecting it here. Okay, so that's why we're staying fresh and we're refreshing beautifully so we can embrace the new, the great things that God has for us in 2026. Don't you ever forget it. Every day you're here, you're on purpose and God has great things for you. So don't you ever lose sight of that. So that's why we're here during our Advent challenge, getting our business together, getting prepared for 2026 so that we are in control, that we are enjoying ourselves and we're being profitable and we're stewarding everything God has given us. Every dime, every person, every opportunity, every gifting, everything God has given us, we are going to do so and we're going to steward it beautifully all the way into 2026. OMG. And don't forget, also, your Fava Reach, don't forget, we're still donating. We're still out there helping our human traffic victims. So don't forget to scan the QR code. I'm not sure which corner it is right now. Just scan the QR code and get into the giving spirit and give to someone the voice that they feel they've lost so that they can be everything God has called them to be. Oh my God. And don't forget, right here, that's our Favor of a Great God website. If you haven't gone on it yet, please try to do so every day. So because we try to have something new and fresh for you all the time. Right now, if you check right there on the banner, the announcement banner, you're going to see our 50% off that you could use holiday 50. If you put that code in, you can get 50% off everything. And remember, most of the proceeds go towards our Father Reach and our human traffic victims. Everything that has the Fava Reach logo goes towards our human traffic victims. Proceeds from our Store Fresh drink goes towards our human traffic victims. And proceeds from everything in our Fava Market, and we call it our Fava Christmas Market, goes towards our human traffic victims and making and creating programs and different things, and so that they can not just be liberated, but that they can enjoy the life that God's meant for them. Okay, so don't forget to do that while you're shopping, while you're doing all your festivities and your parties. Don't forget to give the gift of liberation to someone today. Okay, all right. So we're gonna scroll down and show you what you do. Hopefully, you're doing this in Advent calendar. You scroll down, you're gonna see our Store Fresh right here. We made it easy so you can go straight and say you don't have to go. So you don't even have to go to the Father Market. You can come straight down here, click the little button here that says Add to Cart, and you can put in your cart and purchase it immediately and get your 50% off as well. So don't forget that. Visit our holiday pop-up and get that drink today. Okay. Now we get to the main event. Merry Christmas. That's our Advent calendar challenge. That's where everything happens right here. Today, as you see, we're on day 12. Every day is going to increase until we get to Christmas. Okay. Today we have day 12. And so in order for you to see what the Fava Fave is, what's our favorite thing for that day, you click on here and it will take you straight to the website. And we always try to make sure we show this to you so you can, for those who are new and you don't know. So our Fava Fave for today is the Strasbourg Christmas market. Because if you when you later on, you're going to see what our challenge is. But usually our challenge and our fave, sometimes they match, but it's not always. So don't expect that. Strasbourg Christmas Market. It's one of the most famous Christmas markets in the entire world, and people travel for miles from the states, from all over the world, just to go there. It's just a beautiful scenery, and you get to shop and do all the wonderful things that you get. All the workshops. You see some pictures here. You get the food, amazing food. You get different crafts. You have different how you call it, ornaments. You get souvenirs and everything. And people come from miles just to see this. And I saw it online, and I've been looking at YouTube and people, and even on TikTok and all that. They're going there and they're sure telling you their experience and how wonderful it is. And one day it is on my bucket list to go. So that's one of the famous Christmas markets. We have some right here. I think we had our day on day 4 or something like this. We had another Christmas market challenge, and that our Father Faith for that was the Bryant Park, the Christmas market in Bryant Park, New York. That's another big one. If you can get to just go a couple of hours up the street to New York, you can get to go. Even in DC, we have a holiday market. We have a couple of holiday markets, but we have one in I think on DuPont Circle and another one on the Wharf, I believe. But those are really popular as well. So you can go right here if you're in the DMV area. You can go right there and you can find some Christmas markets. And I think almost anywhere you go, you're going to find some. But those are the famous ones. But this one right here, I've been hearing about for years. And I mean, the day I can figure out how, if I want to travel that far for Christmas time, is when I may try to visit there, because it's in Strasbourg, France, and it's people come from, like I said, people come from all over the world just to go there, and the amazing scenery that's there, the songs, the food, it is just a wonderful thing. And I keep seeing people letting just telling about their experience, and I think that's something that would definitely make the Christmas jollier and bright. Okay, so that was our Fava Market fave for the day, Fava fave for today, December 12th. And that's one way of finding out what it is. We usually try to link that to the website so you could get to know the different people, the companies and what it's about, because that's our way of advertising companies and giving you alternatives to things that can help brighten up your holiday season, especially for those who can't seem to figure out what to do. Because some people get caught in a rut and they're like, oh, I don't like Christmas. No, you can make it enjoyable, and you can do new things, and you can enjoy yourself. And so that's why we try to do that. So you could see the different things that can be done, the different opportunities that you could have to enjoy Christmas. And even if you're traveling, that's something as well. Okay. Then we scroll down here. You can tell I just came. We were out today, and let me tell you something. Then I said, let me just pop in and see what's going on here on the Fava Market, on the Stewarded Advent Challenge access. So let's just see that. So here you have the access. You click onto here, and when you get access, that's where you get the actual challenge. Like I said, some of the challenge and the Fava faves they coincide, they're kind of matchy, but some of them are not. So don't automatically think, yeah. And I tried to do that on purpose. Okay, you scroll down, and so we've done, hopefully you've done every day. And if you haven't, you can go back and see the different challenges for every day. That's why we kept them there. So if you haven't, you can keep up and you could do some of those. And you could do, I mean, if you don't do it that day, you can do it another day. But these are all fun things that you could do. And not just fun like this value forward right here. You get to bless people. We're trying to make you get in the habit of giving to others and not just thinking about ourselves. Because usually when we're getting a rut, is because you're thinking so much about ourselves. It helps your mind, your body, and your spirit to give to others and to have that mindset. Because what is it? Jesus gave to us. That's what Christmas is. And people forget that. They focus so much on everything else that they forget the whole meaning of Christmas. And that's it right here in day 8, is that Jesus came as a baby to redeem man back to God and to give us life and life more abundantly and to deliver us from sin. So when we understand that major gift he gave by giving his life, it just automatically should propel you to say, I want to give back to others. I want to help somebody else because I was helped into everything that I have today. Okay. So that's why we do it. And here you see our December 11th, we had our what you call that Rockefeller Center right there, Christmas tree. And so we come to December 12th, and the challenge is Christmas Market Challenge. Visit at least one Christmas market. It could be today, it could be in the season, during the holidays, but try to visit at least once because the different. I have not necessarily been to one. I usually just shop. I've been to the malls and everything, but I've been seeing them, and that is definitely something I want to put on my list. And I'm trying to get to one. It's so we get so busy with everything we're doing, with this, with the business, with getting gifts, with getting the house prepared, and all kind of stuff going on for the Christmas holiday. But that's something that is on my list to do, bucket list, to go to at least one Christmas market. And so if you can find a way to go, if you go to in our area, you can go down to DC. I think Virginia may have some. If in the New York area, go to Bryant Park. And I think there in Bryant Park, there are two of them too. There's not just the Bryant Park. There's a couple of them I hear when I'm looking on the internet as well. So find somewhere and go and enjoy yourself. Just walk, have the good, some of the food, the hot chocolate. Now, Bryant Park is a little expensive, but hey, yeah, it's once a year you can go and luxuriate. You don't have to eat everything. So you just go and and some people are selling their crafts and little small businesses are there. So you get to support them. So just take time and do that and just take the family out, take your friends out. If your husband and wife, take your spouse out and just go and walk. It's a little chilly now. If you're up here in DC, it's not warm. If you're in the Florida or the California area or Arizona, these areas, it may be a little warm if they have them. But over here, I just came from outside. It was 39 degrees. So embrace it and enjoy the weather. And again, we always put this little button right here, steward it. What it takes you right back to the same Fava Fave that we came from our Strasbourg. So you'll see that as well. And you can see what the Fava Fave is for the day. So that's what we do here. And so that's the challenge. So every day we just come to the website early. We try to get in at least by midnight. Sometimes it's going to be a little later, but hey, we try. And so you just go and see what it is and then go throughout your day. Just say, let me see if I can find the time to do that. Let me see if I can make that happen. If you can't make it happen today, you can make it happen tomorrow or whatever, but try to get it in your holiday so you could be a little more cheerful this holiday. Because it's what? The most wonderful time of the year. And while you're doing that, don't forget to luxuriate with our little store. Is it store fresh right here. Okay, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Lord have mercy. It's a mocktail in a bottle. I call it. That's what I call it right there, and it's a beautiful one at that. So don't forget to enjoy the holiday. Enjoy Jesus. Okay. Oh, and I said I had to mention this. I just came out today, and my parents were in the Virginia area, and they went to this restaurant. Somebody kind of told them about it, and they said, well, they wanted to try it as well. And it's an Indian restaurant. We come from the Caribbean. There's a lot of Indians, and if you're from the Caribbean, you know about the roti. And the roti the Trinidad. I think Jamaica does it, and I think Guyana does it as well, and a few other countries. But it comes from the Indian. They brought it over here from East India, and it's just taken over the Caribbean. Anytime you find a whole bunch of Indians in the Caribbean, you're going to find roti and curry chicken, curry goat, curry beef, whatever. So that's all. So we know about the curries, but I think only one time I went to an Indian restaurant. That was when we lived in Richmond, and it's from people from like the Indians from East India. That comes from India, actual India. And so they had those, and I realized there was a little bit of difference. And the curry is kind of the same, but they have different curries. They have black curry, green curry, red curry, all kinds of curries. We in the Caribbean just have yellow curry. So that was the first difference, and they're more spicy, but it was really good. So these people from my parents' church, they told them about it, and so they went and they came back raving. I said, "Oh," I told my husband, "Bubs, we got to go, Sam. We got to go to this restaurant because we love roti and curry and the Indian food. We got to try it to see, what it tastes like." And we just got to go today. Let me tell you something. Anyone in the King George, Virginia area, if you got to go to this, it's a small little restaurant called the Taste of the Himalayas. Oh my God. I had what did they have? The lamb tandoori, and then the naan bread and the mango chutney. And let me tell you something. They did their job. They put everything into that, and it was amazing. Now, I think I got the mild, but I probably should have told them I want the medium because I can only do too hot, but I can do medium. I probably should have told them, but it was still amazing. So if you're in that area and you want to have the most wonderful time of the year, look for the little restaurant right off of 301. It's the Taste of Himalayas. I think the food is I think they call it Nepali and Indian food. So I guess these two, Nepali must be in that same Indian region as well, but Nepali and Indian, and it is really good. It's a little restaurant. You would never, I mean, we drive by it all the time, and I never thought about it. Found it today and had the food, and you will definitely be amazed and you will enjoy. So please do that. Okay. So I just thought I'll put that in there because I was like, oh my God, I'm on the streets. I need to like at least let people know what's going on in these streets. Okay. So just if you're in the area, yes, a taste of Himalayas. You can just put it in your Google, put it in your MapQuest, and you get there. Yes, you will. Oh my God. But I hope, and again, we just do these pop ups to make sure you're enjoying yourself, to let you know more about Store Fresh and what we're doing and get your little drink. And we're doing promotions all over the place, but we're trying to get it. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, you're seeing us. Okay. Like, I think I'm neglecting my what is it? Not X, Twitter. I think yeah, because there's something that goes on there. It doesn't really work on my phone. But once I have my phone, we are promoting. So you're seeing those promotions all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over Facebook. We're promoting. Store Fresh. Get yours today. It's only $5.95. And like I said, if you use the code, we're going to allow you to get the 50% off so that you can enjoy it for yourself. And we'll try to ship it to you. Now, if you're coming closer to Christmas, you may not be able to get it before Christmas because, again, the way the mail and everything is going on right now. Right now, I know Amazon is working overtime, and they're probably the only ones getting things to you early. But even they are a little behind because there's so much going on. But we'll try to get it to you as soon as possible. Okay, Soar Fresh. Again, it's our holiday launch. First, have we done a holiday launch? I'm not sure if we have. I think it's the first time we've launched something during the holiday, but it's a holiday launch, and we want to share it with you, and we want you to be luxuriated, and we want you to feel refreshed. And we, like we said, like I called it my mocktail. I put it in the glass, and it looked. I was like, this thing looks like wine. They're gonna think I'm drinking. No, we're not drinking wine. We're drinking Soar Fresh. So just enjoy. Scan the QR code again. Look right here, right here. Father Reach. Don't forget to donate, 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 donate to liberate. That's something I just came up with the other day. Donate to liberate. People are out there in these streets, and let me tell you. Okay, I don't want to get off track here, but let me tell you something. If you've been in the news, you understand the need for the need, not just the need for speed, but the need for Father Reach and the other people like us, like the A21s and all these different companies that fight against human trafficking. It's just mind blowing, blowing or boggling how much of this thing is really embedded into our society, and it's become normalized. And I didn't even know it existed till I started hearing all these different documentaries and stuff. I mean, and people don't understand what they're doing. And the thing is, it's being funded heavily. And so we're thinking and when we hear about these kind of things, we put it with the poor and the ghetto and all that kind of stuff. But we're not understanding that there's some money behind this thing because all these people are getting involved in crazy. And I'm like, what is going on, God? And the more you hear, the more you're like, whoa, what and who? Whoa. It's amazing to me. But that's what I'm telling you. You never know who needs your help. That's why we do this. That's why we even do this. And we have it. And if you read our little promo for Store Fresh, it's saying the drink that it helps. What's the drink that leads to freedom or something like that is what we put in there. And so that's what we promote. Everything we do promotes everything. It empowers value. The drink that empowers value. The drink that promotes freedom. And these kind of things because it is so necessary. Because you forget. And that's what I'm telling you. When you think of what happened with slavery, don't you ever forget and let it happen again. Because now it's not about, and I tell people, it's not about the color of your skin. It's the content of your heart and your character. So now even people like with my skin color are getting caught up in this hot mess. I'm like, how in the world do you get up when we went through what we went through? You're not supposed to ever, 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 ever be in that. Ever. Because that was something that was horrendous. And we have to fight to keep it, that it never rises up again. But it's in the heart of man. And so that's why we tell you every chance we get to know God, because when you get to know God, you get to know yourself, and you'll never, ever underestimate people and bring down their value. You always seek to lift up their value because that's what God gave to us. And without that, we're really nothing. We're really just dirt without the value God gave us. So we have to fight to embrace it and to make sure it remains, and also to empower the value in others. It is just essential. So more and more we come to these different things, and we're enjoying, luxuriating in Christmas and all that stuff, and then you remember, oh my God, there's some stuff that's going on that we would not even think would be going on. So we have to help those that can't help themselves. So while we're enjoying the food and the fun and all that, don't forget to bless people, bless someone, compliment someone, lift up someone for real, so that they could enjoy everything God has for them. Because sometimes we get it twisted, but we're here for such a time as this to be the blessing that God has made us to be. So be the blessing, be the refreshment, be the enlightenment that someone needs, so that they can know and understand what God's love is all about. And that's what it is. Sharing the love of God makes people, because you share it, it makes it tangible to other people, and they can experience it and know that it's real. God's love is real. It's not just people telling you, if they don't know what love is, they can't love. And you'll know by the way they act. The Bible says they will know us by our love. Not people calling love and saying love and acting the fool. That ain't love. Sleeping with somebody ain't love. Love is God. God is love. And he loves us with a pure heart. And he blesses and uplifts us. And if someone is not a blessing and uplifting God, they can't bless and uplift you. Because if to know love is to know God. And if someone don't know God, they can't know love. So make sure you get that straight, so that you don't get deceived in these streets, because it's a hot mess. I mean, it is. But we are enjoying ourselves because why? We know God, and he's given us value. He's empowered that value, and we have a right to empower that value in everyone you meet. So while you're staying fresh and you're so refreshing and you're shopping and you're eating and you're enjoying yourself and having the parties here and there, don't forget the reason for the season is Jesus. And if you don't have him, you don't have nothing. And it doesn't make sense without him. So make sure you keep that in check and empower value everywhere you go. Oh my God. Okay, y'all people, we popped up enough. We get the soul fresh it out of here. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the season. Don't forget to get yours today. Scan the QR code, go straight to favorofagreatgod.com and go to our Fava a la carte and pick up your Soar Fresh today. Get one, get two, get three, get for everybody, so that we can help you while you help us, and we keep it going. I want to thank you for being with us. We enjoyed this little pop up, and again, if it is a party, make sure it's a good party, because I'm hearing the season party, you don't need to be in the party. Not empowering value, you don't need to be. Really? Okay, guys, stay sore, stay fresh, and refresh. And we'll see you next time. Continue to enjoy God, and what? God promises. Stay sore, stay fresh.